Imagine waking up in a room of funhouse mirrors. Everywhere you turn, your own reflection stares back at you, but each one is twisted, stretched, or shrunken, never quite matching what you know to be true. The walls seem to close in, and the air is thick with uncertainty. You try to find a single honest image of yourself, but the more you search, the more distorted everything becomes. Every reflection is a warped version of reality, each one more confusing than the last. It's impossible to know which, if any, is real. Whispers from every corner claim to be the truth, but each tells a different story. The voices overlap, contradict, and compete, making it nearly impossible to separate fact from fiction. You look outside and see the sky is blue, but the noise makes you doubt your own eyes. Even the simplest truths start to feel uncertain, as if reality itself is up for debate. This is America's public discourse, a storm of information and disinformation designed to confuse. News, rumors, and opinions swirl together, blurring the line between what's real and what's manufactured. The Epstein saga promised clarity, but instead unleashed a tidal wave of spin, outrage, denial, and endless argument. Each new headline only deepened the confusion, fueling speculation and mistrust. In this fog, truth became negotiable, and the Epstein files turned into a national Rorschach test, revealing more about our echo chambers than the facts themselves. What we see says as much about us as it does about the story. Enter Attorney General Pam Bondi, a figure expected to bring clarity and uphold the law, but instead she stepped into the spotlight and only deepened the confusion swirling around the case. As questions mounted about Trump's ties to Epstein, Bondi didn't act as an impartial investigator. Instead, she became a political shield, deflecting scrutiny and protecting powerful interests, rather than seeking the truth. The controversy centered on a birthday note from Trump to Epstein, complete with Trump's unmistakable signature, a detail that should have prompted serious inquiry, but instead became a flashpoint for denial. Trump immediately called the note a fake and launched a lawsuit. Bondi echoed his denial, dismissing the note as nothing more than a political smear, refusing to even consider its authenticity.
There is no credible evidence linking President Trump to wrongdoing in these files, at least according to the official record presented by Bondi and her team. The note, they insisted, was just another political attack, an attempt to damage Trump's reputation, not a legitimate piece of evidence.
But Bondi's statements weren't accidental slips or off-the-cuff remarks. They were calculated theater, designed to shape public perception and control the narrative. By carefully crafting her responses, she created the illusion of control and sowed doubt in the minds of the public, making it harder to separate fact from fiction. The Department of Justice, under her influence, became less an independent seeker of truth and more an extension of the president's defense team, blurring the lines between justice and politics. By attacking the evidence, dismissing uncomfortable questions, and muddying the waters, Bondi helped build an alternate reality, one where loyalty to power trumped the pursuit of facts, and the truth became just another casualty of political theater. In an era of deepfakes, it's easy to dismiss anything as fake, but sometimes, the evidence is undeniable. Forensic experts compared the Epstein note's signature to Trump's known signatures. The match was clear. Trump's jagged, unmistakable autograph was virtually identical on both documents. The denial became absurd, a desperate bluff in the face of overwhelming proof. The signature was more than ink, it was a symbol of the entire gaslighting campaign. If they'd lie about something so obvious, what else would they deny?
The Epstein signature scandal was just one note in a long symphony of deception.
Trump's history is a pattern of grand claims, followed by attacks on reality when facts contradict him. Take the Bone Spurs, a draft deferment story riddled with inconsistencies and family connections, or the Russia investigation, no collusion, despite over 100 documented contacts.
Even his first private jet wasn't a brilliant deal, but a default settlement from a failed airline.
Each time the truth was messy, so a simpler fiction was repeated until it drowned out the facts. The playbook: deny, deflect, and dominate. The pattern extends to business and charity, real people, real consequences. Trump University promised success, but was exposed as a high-pressure sales scheme, ending in a $25 million fraud settlement.
The university was unaccredited, instructors unvetted, and students upsold. The Trump Foundation claimed philanthropy, but was dissolved for illegal self-dealing and campaign contributions. The denial was always political attack, but the evidence showed otherwise.
The Epstein connection is the culmination. Photos, testimony, and now a signature, all pointing to a reality that can't be spun away. Each scandal is a brick in the same wall of deceit. We've seen the playbook, the signature, the carefully orchestrated moves that shape the stories we're told. Each official stamp, each flourish of a pen, is a reminder of how narratives are constructed, sometimes to reveal, but often to obscure. And we've witnessed the history of replacing facts with fiction, blurring the line between what's real and what's convenient. What now? How do we move forward when the path ahead is so uncertain?
It's easy to retreat to our corners, to surround ourselves with only those who echo our beliefs, shutting out uncomfortable truths. But that's the most dangerous path, one that leads to isolation, division, and ultimately, to a world where truth is whatever is shouted the loudest.
This isn't about picking sides or winning arguments. It's about stepping outside the echo chamber, questioning what you hear, and looking at the evidence yourself, even when it's uncomfortable.
Compare the signatures. Read the court filings. Examine the public record. Don't just accept what's handed to you. Seek out the facts, and let them guide your judgment.
The barrage of lies is meant to exhaust you, to wear down your resolve, and to make you question whether the truth is even knowable. It's designed to make you give up, to surrender your critical thinking, and to believe whoever yells loudest or repeats their story most often.
The moment we surrender our judgment, we lose our power. We hand over our agency, and with it, our future.
The truth matters. To Epstein's victims, to defrauded students, to every citizen who believes in justice and accountability. It matters to all of us, whether we realize it or not.
The curtain is falling. The performance is almost over, and soon the lights will come up. We can reward the performance, or we can step into the daylight of truth, choosing clarity over comfort and honesty over illusion.
The evidence is piling up, growing harder to ignore with each passing day. The facts are there for those willing to look. The signatures are in plain sight, waiting for clear eyes to see them for what they truly are. Pay attention, before it's too late. The future depends on our willingness to see clearly, to question bravely, and to act with integrity.